Here's Precalc. It's problem 10-30. It asked us to rewrite g of x in graphing form. So to get this into graphing form, you want to do some division on it. So I just used an area model, and so this denominator, that's my divisor, and then I'm dividing into the 2x plus 4, so I put the 2x here, and so x times 2 is 2x, and then 2 times 3 made 6, and I need it to be 4, so it didn't go in evenly. There's going to be a remainder. So if I add the 6, like the thing I need to add to the 6 to get it to be a 4 would be -2. So that's my remainder, and you might have seen that when you're doing regular polynomial division. Sometimes it won't turn out even, and you'll have a remainder. So then you write that remainder over the divisor. So my answer here would be 2 plus -2 over x plus 3. Or you could say 2 minus 2 over x plus 3. So you kind of get something like this. If you rearrange it a little bit, then you can find out that a is -2, h is -3, and k is 2. And then you can find the center by h comma k. So that's -3 comma 2. And then you can make these, if you remember, this is a parent function of the rational function, so you might remember there's asymptotes. So our asymptotes are going to be, our locator point is, moved over to -3 comma 2, and the reason that the graph goes off in quadrant 2 and 4 is because it got flipped, like this little branch that's usually here, flipped over the x-axis, and that's because we have this negative sign. Okay, so it, just like a parabola, if it's -x squared, how it flips over the x-axis. So here's our graph, and then I think the big point of this problem is to have you write some limit statements. So it just wanted you to write 3, but really the limit statements are going to happen around the asymptotes. So I wrote, as x goes to positive infinity, y is going to get very close to 2. So the limit as x goes to infinity of g of x is 2. But if x starts heading toward negative infinity, then, well, still it's going to get ever so close to 2. So that's what those are all about. And then as x gets very close to, if it approaches -3 from the left, oh, that's down here, -3 from the left, it's going to go up to infinity. But we say this book, the CPM says, does not exist because it can never actually get to infinity. So we say it does not exist, but the graph goes, g of x goes, the graph goes to infinity. And then as I approach 3 from the right, so I start at the right and I approach, it's not 3, it's -3. Then the graph goes to negative infinity, but we say does not exist because you never get to infinity. Okay, hope that helped.